Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Christine and today is an adventure. I am going to be doing seed saving for the very first time from my very own dill plant. So I have two of the umbels that have come to seed, so I thought I'd bring you with while I do this quick adventure and collect them. So come on with. Okay, so this is what my dill looks like. Well, you can see a couple little bees going. So my dill is definitely flowering, and I have a couple that went to seed. So I'm going to do some seed saving. So this one is getting there too. But you see the flowers? It's pretty much done. You know, it's more of a cooler temperature. Oh, I still have a few dill on here that I could grab. See that there? But yeah, so the flowers come out and then they start turning into seeds like that. But these are so good for the bees. They just love it. So this one's getting drier too. So I've got a couple that I am going to collect and I'll show you that. Okay friends, so these are the two umbels that I have collected. The umbel just is like how the flower comes out looking kind of like an umbrella, for lack of better. So you can see on here all the different seeds. So I heard that you can be precise and just pluck them off one by one, or you can actually, let's try it, just collect them this way. So what I did was I just popped off one of the actual flowers, and then you just kind of pull them off on the ends. It can be as rough or as dainty as you want. So I'm just kind of popping these off. Never done this before, but I'm super excited because this was my very own dill plant, my organic dill plant. So I'm going to save these seeds and plant them next year. These are nice and dry. And make sure and get every last little one off of here. And then there's some people that just take them, the whole thing, and just kind of squash around on it. And it's that kind of season, losing hair, so don't mind my hair. That's why it's up today. And then let's try it this way. So I've seen a whole bunch of people just kind of, oh yeah, that's working well. And dill has so many purposes in our lives, doesn't it? You can use it to spice up food. You can use it in canning, which a ton of people do. You can plant it, seed save it. You can do all kinds of fun things with it. And look at this. I literally couldn't be more excited. So you saw my plant. I have so many more to go. And then actually what I'm going to do is, maybe my family won't be listening to this, but I'm going to do little seed packets for Christmas this year. And I did a whole bunch of homemade gifts last year. So I'm going to do some dill seed that they can plant in their own yards. Oh, and it smells amazing too. I can really smell this. And a couple more to go. So I just thought I'd bring you on this little adventure. I've been looking up and learning all about it, and in my little urban garden, which I will be doing an update pretty soon. We've got some summer squash that's coming that will be ready to harvest. Winter squash is just starting to flower and such. So I think I got all these off. But yeah, that's off of one of the flowers, which is amazing. And then, so I've got one more here. I don't know what that is. Might be something from a bug. But go through, and the trick is to keep an eye on the dill to make sure it doesn't dry out too much. So I'm going to go through these and get these all done. And I grabbed an envelope, and I'm going to envelope them right now before I divvy them up. Oh, hi, Mr. Spider. And then I'm going to, around Christmas time, just, you know, stop at the local hobby store and grab some little tiny little envelopes, or, you know, go to a office supply store and get the tiny envelopes, but this is so amazing. I'm feeling so accomplished right now. So I grew these from seed myself, and now look at all the seeds that I have. This looks amazing. And I'm doing it on a paper plate, and I am thinking I got most of them. There's a few left on here. So this really doesn't take very long, as you can see. So give it a try, you guys. I'll be so excited to show you next year once I plant these, and we will just start our garden all over again. My goal is not to have to buy seeds. I watched an interesting, I see a couple on here, interesting video on how to save tomato seeds with all the from inside the tomato, with all the gelatinous stuff around it. You're supposed to soak them, which not a lot of people do. They just save the seeds with all the non-sprouting gelatinous around it. But so I'm gonna give that a try as well. I've got some Tiny Tim yellow tomatoes coming up and some other ones in the fridge right now, so I'm gonna try that too. All right, well, I think this was a success so far. I see a few more on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these in. I see them kind of all over the place. I'm going to put these in my envelope, and I'm going to put them in my sandwich size bag. So I'm just opening this up, and I do like the paper plate idea because you can bend it. But look at that, guys. How nice is that? Quite a few, and I'll be able to divvy them up. I have a large family, and I'm very confident that these are very dry. And I'm gonna go back through and maybe pick a few more. And then I'm gonna leave it loose. I'm not sealing it up. And I'm just gonna put dill seed. And what's the date? The 4th, 4 of 22. And voila, it's done. And I'm gonna put it in my bag and file it away for right now. So there we go. Okay, friends, so super simple. Never knew in my life that seed saving could be as simple as it was. And now that I know, I am definitely super excited for all of my little crops that I have going this year. So I've got it all ready to go into, if you can see that, today's date. My seeds, I did pluck off a few more seeds that I'm going to add to it. And my little umbels that I have formed have no more seeds left on them. And I am so excited for the rest of them to come to seed. And then I actually have some radish that I'm waiting on. And then what is the other one? I've got some chives that I'm drying. Basil is looking amazing and smelling amazing, which I've got another load just sitting here on the table and down in my dehydrator. So I appreciate you coming with me for the very first time of seed saving. And like I said, what a great idea for gifts too. I know it's only the middle of the year, but you kind of got to start thinking about it, right? All the homemade gifts that you can make and help everybody else to preserve and save money, you know, in the long run. So thanks for stopping by my little channel. And if you have any hints or tips or advice, leave it down below. I would so appreciate it. And other than that, hit that like and subscribe. And I will see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. And I get a frog in my throat. So as you can see, or from earlier,